So, how's it going, guys? We are going to do something that maybe some of you guys haven't seen before. A full teardown on one of these starter assemblies. Recoil housing, recoil, whatever you want to call it. This one has seen its better days for sure. We got a couple things going on. We got major slop in the starter pulley. And I'm guessing that post in the middle is bad. Just seeing the wear on this, because I mean, check this out, guys. Look at the wear on that eyelet. That thing has been pulled over so many times, and probably with the wrong rope. That's why you don't want to use certain ropes with these. It chewed that eyelet away. So that's got to get replaced. You can replace this part, but I'm going to take this thing to the max, and I'm powder coating it, restoring it, new badge, everything, and I'll show you how you tear this thing completely apart. Every single part is coming off of this thing. All right, let's do it. Well, how do you like that? That was real time. Didn't even have to edit. So what happened is I took this thing apart already. Yeah, I'll admit it. And I thought with everything going on here, it'd be a good one to show because some people don't think that you can replace this. You can. And it's been a long time since I've had to be honest. And I can't remember where I used to get them. I used to get these from somewhere else, not Stihl. But I'm going to probably call a buddy of mine. When in doubt, call a friend and see what he thinks about that. It's obviously worth saving the recoil. I've even seen people just run without them, but it wears away this aluminum. There's a generic company that makes them. The badge, I'm going to get a new one for them. I might make one like I did for my nitro saw. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. These are actually okay. I'm going to replace them anyway, though, just because. And, you know, obviously this is a special bolt. You do have to get the right one because this clip sits in there. And this clip is actually good. The washer is good. So I'm thinking the pawls, you know what I mean? The starter assembly in here was probably replaced at one time. This little deal here, I leave the spring in here unless you need to take it out, and I will take it out and clean it, but just for putting it in a box waiting for parts, I'm not going to take the spring out. There's no point. It just goes everywhere. So got some parts I need to get. These little rivets, you can replace these as well. I don't order them from Stihl or anything. I have little pin rivets I use, and I replace them. So all of that, I'm probably just going to replace this too, just because I have them. So pretty much everything is getting replaced except for that stuff. But there it is, a fully disassembled starter assembly. Whoop, starter assembly. Oh, I scratched it. Dang it. Sorry, Mike. Jesus. I can't believe I just dropped it and scratched it. That's too bad. I'll have to buy you a new one, buddy. Wow, huh? Not the measurement, just look at the space between the calipers. I mean, holy shit. So that thing is worn. This actually, you know what it tells me about this saw? So someone used the hell out of this thing. But if you look at the saw, I mean, nothing's busted. It had one little spot of damage. Where was it? Right. Can't even hardly see it. Right there. It's on the inside here. See that? Something busted from the outside in. But to wear that pulley out and everything that was worn in the starter assembly just tells me that it might have been like a logger that, you know, how they start it up and every time they drop a tree, shut it off, start it back up, which is just hard on the starter assembly. So to not have any damage, you know, this thing wasn't beat to hell. It really wasn't. Someone took care of it, used the shit out of it, but took care of it. And I wonder whose it was. It'd be cool to figure out whose saw it was and be like, hey, man, we're rebuilding this thing, powder coating it. It's not going to be OEM. It's going to be, we're going to do black and orange on this one. It's going to be really cool. And, you know, I get the whole keep it OEM, keep it original. I totally understand that. You know, Mike's got a bunch of saws. He's got a flat top 66 that he's going to send out and all that. Those, yes, absolutely. Keep them OEM. Keep them original. This one's going to be a hybrid. We're ditching the 064 cylinder, doing a 660 top end, replacing some parts it needed. It didn't have a side cover when it came in. It needs a different wrap handle. So this is going to be a built saw. And why not go crazy on it? I think it's going to be really cool. It's going to look really, really nice. So, yeah, that was magnesium, or not, aluminum oxide that I was blasting with. And I do rough it up and hand sand it a little bit. So, Mike, yeah, you think my labor for porting is expensive. Wait till you get my labor charge for hand sanding. It's ridiculous. But no, I do rough it up with sandpaper after to get the powder coating to stick, which I will tell you right now, I'm getting pretty damn good at that powder coating. I haven't done it and charged customers for it yet because it's something that I wasn't quite confident in. Now I'm doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I got the pinstriping down, the two-tone powder coating with the high temp tape, and I'm getting pretty good at it. So that's why I got that blasting cabinet, which is super expensive, really high-end stuff. It's a Rubbermaid tote with a siphon feed blaster. So it works though. It works really good. I am loving the powder coat though. It's all about. I'll do another video on powder coating, the tips and tricks that I picked up, because there's a couple key things like pre-baking the parts. Bake it for like an hour on like 350. Gets all any oil and anything, if there's moisture in it, anything. That helps a ton. The tape, this stuff right here, actually I got some right here. This stuff, there's a couple tricks to that, so I'll talk about that in a powder coating video, but for now, stay rowdy, my friends. That's my new saying. All right, see ya. There we go. For you guys that stuck around, here's a little bonus for you. So these plastics, when they get old like this, that's years of, stuff stuck on there. You can see how it's just nasty. There's really nothing you can do about it. I mean, you're basically screwed. You'll never get that clean again. It's a bummer, isn't it?